Yeah, hi, good morning, guys. So, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's get started. So, meanwhile, any questions, discuss the topics in Terraform? I think 4 to 5 days we have already discussed. Any questions on this?
No questions, Peter.
Okay, good. Okay, that's then let me share my screen. So, we'll discuss a few topics on Terraform. Okay. So, I'm going to create, I can few directories for understand MKD here. So we are going to discuss now dependency block, guys. Dependency block. Dependency block. So this dependency block, okay, let me write a main dot here. It's very easy. There is no difficult things here. Main dot here. Let me copy the code directly. It's already we discussed. Yeah. Next. Okay. So the meaning of this. So the meaning of this. Yeah. So the meaning of this dependency block, right? So for example, in my end here, two resources I'm going to create, S3 and instance. Okay, S3 and instance. So let's, for example, now if I execute this, let me execute. We'll see this is CD day 7, Terraform init. Okay, so Terraform plan. Yeah, two to add Terraform apply auto approve. So first S3 bucket is going to create, then instance is going to create, right? So first S3 bucket is going to create, and next instance is going to create. Still S3 bucket is going to create. Okay, created. So here if you can see, first two resources, if you observe here, two resources, one is for creating S3 bucket and one is for instance. In this case, first my S3 bucket is going to create, then instance is going to create. So, but is there any situation? Is there any condition to create first EC2 instance, after that only S3 will execute? So this is called dependency block. So the default action first S3 is going to create. But in this case, first I need to create EC2. After create EC2 only S3 should create. In this case, dependency block will work. So the dependency block means after create EC2 instance, my S3 should create. In this case, you have to write a dependency block. Dependency on. So here, after create what S3 bucket, right? Just give here. So if I give like this, after create EC2 instance only S3 will trigger. Okay. So first of all, I have already created, right? Let me delete this. Terraform destroy auto approve. So in the default condition, if I give if you write a multiple resource blocks, so if there is no any conditions, you can execute, no problem. But is there any dependency for one resource to other resource? The dependency, it will come means you should write dependency block. So here I have written I have just added my dependency block in EC2 block. The reason this EC2 will execute. Okay, after EC2 will execute, S3 will start. This is the meaning. So this will execute after execute resource EC2 instance. Okay, still destroying. Yeah, done, right? So now in before case, okay, let me apply Control S. Okay, let me destroy and again try. First case, let me check here. First case. Okay, S3 is creating. Second case also S3 is creating. Okay, just wait. Let me write dependency block here to understand. I will change from here the dependency block. I will write here, but not exam S3. Okay, I will write instance step. Yeah, Control S. Okay, we can see now. See now, instance is creating now first. See, actually S3 has to create, but instance is creating. Why? The dependency block I have written, after create instance only S3 will execute. So this dependency block means it will not execute this resource block straight away. It will execute after execute instance only. Now instance is executing. After that, S3 will execute. This is called dependency block. If I write dependency block of S3 here, after create S3, EC2 will create. So wherever you can update the dependency block, that resource will create to depends on the resource block. So now if you can see first instance is created, then S3 is created. So this is dependency block. Any questions on this?
No, Veera.
Okay. Let me destroy now. Let's discuss data source. Okay. Okay, let me create one more directory here. Mkdir day 7 data source. Okay, sorry, I'm in mistake. Okay, main.tf. So here data source is nothing but, guys, data source is nothing but, for example, in the last class, I mean data, I think so. So we have discussed this entire custom architecture, right? For example, now, if you want to create one more instance, if you want to create one more instance in the same VPC, understand clearly here. So this resource block, so my instance also creating along with the custom network. In the future, one more instance requirement will come, but that instance has to create inside existing VPC or existing subnet. So inside existing VPC, inside subnet. So for example, if I execute data now, so VPC subnets and everything will be created. And after few days, if I get a requirement to create one more server in existing VPC, in this case, you no need to create one more VPC along with the resource. Simply you can create a resource block for EC2 and call existing VPC. So data source is here the helpful for to call existing resource. No need to create every time VPC and subnets. So in this case, if you can see my main.tf, I'm going to write a data source here. So I will check here data source to call subnet Terraform. So okay, yeah, see this example. So if you can see this example, guys, okay, let me write EC2 instance, EC2 instance block also. Copy. Yeah. So in the resource block, there is no any subnet details. So if you want to create your subnet, you can create it, or you can give here subnet equal to directly subnet ID. I mean, let's go here. So let's go here. For example, let me show you. Yeah. Day 2, the main block. Yeah. So guys, if you can see here, my subnet ID equal to AWS underscore subnet dev dot ID. So here the same block subnet details are there. So I'm calling here AWS underscore subnet dot dev ID. But this now I'm going to write one more. I'm going to write one more for creation of EC2 instance, right? But subnet already created. So every time no need to create subnet along with the instance, right? So now the requirement is I need one more EC2 instance. I need one more EC2 instance. Okay. You need one more EC2 instance, but you no need to create subnet every time, right? So in this case, I call like this way, the subnet also creating along with the instance. But now the case is like that. Case is not like that. What we can do here, directly can hardcode the subnet ID. So what we can do here, so simply go to, let me log in, I will show you. Let me log in. Yeah. Okay. So if you can see guys here, I can take subnet ID like this. So I can give my subnet ID here. If the region is match. So if, for example, in the resource block region is match, you can go there into that region, select the subnet ID. Inside the region, we have a subnet IDs in the availability zone specific, right? So that you can paste the subnet ID. Definitely this instance is going to be created in this subnet ID only. But what data source is saying that here, instead of hardcode the subnet ID here, instead of hardcode the subnet ID here, so you can write like this: a data AWS underscore subnet, the dev name, whatever you can give here, and a filter, and name equal to tag colon name. Okay, this is the tag. What is the value of the name? Like that we can call. Let's an example. My end. Let's switch to region here. North Virginia to Mumbai. So as we are working in Mumbai only. Yeah. So for example, now in this EC2 instance, in this region, so you can go for subnet one. Yeah, I can give my subnet one directly like this. Let's go here. Yes, I can give like this. And key name is public. And instance type is P2 micro. So AMI ID. So give AMI ID also here. Let's go to the values. Terraform.efrs. So take this value and give here. Okay, let me run this. We can understand now something. Copy. Data source. I'm not going to write any data source now. Yeah. So instance type. Okay. Control S. Okay, now Terraform init. It's initializing now. Done. Now Terraform plan. Okay, one to add. Terraform apply now. So now instance is going to create in the subnet only. Let's go and check. The new instance is going to be creating. See initializing stays. If you can see here, AP South 1B, click on the instance. Yeah, subnet I underscore one. So I have given like this. This is the subnet underscore one. So you are hard coding the subnet ID, right? But instead of writing like this, you can write data block here. The data block, as we seen here, let's go to the Terraform registry. Yeah, copy here. Paste here. So here, just you can give anything here, dev or something, whatever, no problem. Yeah, here, my value of my subnet is not this name, right? My value of the subnet is, let's go and check my value of the sub. I need this subnet, right? I need this subnet. Yeah. Let's go to subnets. Yeah, my value of the subnet is subnet underscore one. So you can just copy here. Control C. I'm calling the tags by using data block. See, data block will go and check AWS underscore subnet means inside this account. So if you give a provisioner equal, so if I give here provisioner, So provider, sorry, if you give AWS here, so by default, you have already configured keys, right? In the specific region AP South 1 while configuring time. So if you give data AWS subnet dev means this is local name, but this is your resource type, right? Whenever you can give data block, so the request will go to AWS underscore subnet. The request will go to the list of subnets here in this region. Why this region? We have configured keys, right? Okay. So it will come and check the list of subnets here. In these subnets, I'm giving here. So apply the filter. Okay. Apply the filter. So I think here filter option also there. Okay. The tags filter. Let's go. Okay. Tags. Name is equal to tag name. Okay. Value equal to subnet underscore 1. See, I'm able to see only subnet underscore 1. Same thing I'm giving here, subnet underscore 1. Call this subnet here. And here you should write subnet ID equal to, now I'm calling that by using data block, right? So here simply you can write data AWS subnet dev. So please give in square brackets if we have a multiple subnets. So it will call from there like this. Okay, let me destroy first. Okay, you can give apply. Okay, destroy. Control S. Sorry. Let's go and check the Terraform. Control S. So my instance is destroying now. Destroyed. If you can go. Terminated. So again, you can apply. So again, you can apply. Again, it will be created the instance into same subnet. But if you can say I'm not hard coding the subnet ID here. I'm calling by using data source block. Data source AWS underscore subnet. And also this AMI ID, right? This AMI ID also you can call data source. So how to call, if you can go here. Yeah, I'm taking directly from here. Copy. paste here. I will explain. Wait. So here, how to call the data block? So data dot. So which data you are calling here? AMI data. So give here dot ID. So here, if you can see, the data block for AMI is this one. I'm calling AWS underscore AMI means. So AWS underscore subnet means it will call subnets. AWS underscore AMI means it will call AMIs. If you want to call instance, AWS underscore instance means it will call instances. So data block is nothing but call the existing resources. So my AMI already there. So if I go to my AMIs, so we are, instead of hard coding here, simply you can go to AMIs. Yeah, owned by me, go to for private, sorry, public images. So we have a list of so many AMIs here, but we can apply some filter and get the required AMI. In this case, if you go for a filter, for example, root disk ID equal to something, or if you go for root device name equal to root device name is equal to. So if you go for EBS or root device and root device type EBS. So if I apply like this, root device type equal to EBS, definitely we have to take the EBS volume, EBS type volume only, EBS device type AMI only. So whenever AMI will create, the root volume will create, right? By background for the hard disk. That type of volume is EBS volume. And like that, we can give the multiple filters. For example, owner, Amazon. If you go for Amazon Linux. So let's go and check my filters. We will get a clarity. So owner equal to Amazon. Owners equal to Amazon. Okay, let's go apply the filter. Owners equal to Amazon. So owners. Let me check. Alias. Yeah. So Amazon owners. Like that, if you can go for root virtualization type equal to HVM. HVM type. So if you apply all filter, finally it will take the AMI ID from the required one. So these AMI is already there in your region, right? AWS by default provided some default AMIs for Amazon Linux, for Ubuntu, for Mac. So we are selecting anyone. Same thing here. After applying some filter, it will take the required one. So I'm applying here. Architect type and all. So this AMI means data source will go and check the AWS underscore AMI and apply these filters, root name type, root device type, virtualization type, architecture type, and the final one, it will call that AMI ID here. The reason we are calling data.aws underscore AMI. So now let's go and apply now. Yeah. So like that, if I go here, instances, two data source I have added. One is for AMI, one is for subnet. Let's go and check for subnet. Yeah, it is taking subnet underscore one. And go to AMIs, it is taking 03C3. I see. So, but I'm not hard coding anywhere, right? That AMI ID or anywhere. I'm not hard coding it. So you can call your instance type also if required, or you can write a variables for micro here, like, so you can write variables like we have already written variables, right? Data. So if you go for day one variables like that. So you can write variable instance type here. You can give the value here, or you can pass the value from reader.micro. So like that also we can write data source. We can call existing one. You can call the data source also. Okay. So clear, any questions in the data source? And also, if you go for the examples, the data source examples, we can call CIDR also. So just now we have used this one. Subnet CIDR. I mean, filter you can apply for CIDR, not for tag. Like that also we can call. It's not coming. Okay. Anyway. So any questions on data source? Calling by existing resources. Data source is nothing but calling by existing resources. Any questions?
Clear, Vira.
So when we can use the data source, already VPC, subnets, security groups already created your network. So your new upcoming instance has to use those network. In this case, we are not supposed to create again new subnet, new security group, new VPC for that every time instance creation time, right? Same here also. So I will show you in the manual process what is data source. You will get a clarity now. So if you go for instances, launch instance. So this is data source. Yeah. So this is data source. Edit, for example, subnet. See, I can list the subnets. I can pick the one. Same here also. Here also, data source. List the values. Pick the one, and give this the one here, like that. Any questions? Data source and dependency block.
Clear, Vira.
Clear, huh? Okay. Okay, let's go for other one. Terraform import is it's a very easy process. I will show you now. Terraform import also. Destroy. Let me destroy these resources. Okay, destroyed. So let's understand what is import. ls mkdir day 7 terraform. Sorry, just write import. Import tf import. Okay. cd day 7 tf import. So Terraform import is nothing but, guys, a Terraform import is nothing but, so if you create manually any one of the service resources, so this is AWS environment. For example, if I create inside EC2 instance manually, okay, if I create inside instance manually, so now you want to take this instance with the Terraform control, but you have created manually, right? So inside already application is running. Inside already application is running. Inside application already running. Okay, so if you want to create instance through Terraform, what will happen is, so you can create through Terraform also, but it will be created new instance only, right? If you create a resource block and something, the new instance will be created. But what I'm saying here, by using Terraform option, is there any option to call existing instance, existing resource that are already created by manual process? By using that, so this instance already created manual process inside AWS. Manual means console process. So if I create this instance manual process, so existing resource without any impact for the running operations, we can take a control of Terraform, this instance. So you will get a doubt. Can we create a one new resource? But if you create a new resource, that is new instance only, but this is not, I'm talking about existing instance that are created by manual process. So this instance, I will take a Terraform control. The reason, so if you want to do any modifications, further modifications in the future, so every time you need to manually do the changes since it is created by manual process. So if you want to change instance type, availability zone, or whatever the tags, something application, if you want to do anything, the instance you need to be create. Instance need to be modified by manual process every time. But I need a Terraform configuration file for this to control by using Terraform only. In this case, you can use Terraform import. So how the Terraform import will work? First, you need to write a skeleton resource block. So you have to write a skeleton resource block and give AWS underscore instance block. You can write AWS underscore instance block here and write here something name, dev or something local name. Okay, and just write empty resource block and run the Terraform import command. In this directory, state file will be created with this manual instance created information. With this state file, we can add the resource block. So with that existing instance ID, existing AMI ID and something. So whenever you run the Terraform import, Terraform state file will be created. Terraform.tf state will be created. With help of Terraform.tf state, we can add the resources here, map the resources, the existing resources, whatever resources are there in the AWS environment, you can write same resources here, AMI ID, same instance type, same tag, whatever. So you need to be add the details. If you run the Terraform plan, it should become 0 changes, 0 add, 0 destroy. Until and that you can add the map the resources and run the Terraform plan. Something is going to delete, for example, check which option is going to be delete. Again, you can add, again, you can run Terraform plan. Like that, we need to map the resources. So I will show you in the practical, you will get better clarity instead of that. So first we can go to Terraform manual process EC2 instance. How it will work, we can see now. Instance. So my end, nothing is running, right? So I'm going to create a one instance manual process. So you can give manual EC2. Amazon Linux T2 micro. So you can give any key pair, whatever. Public. Launch instance. So manually created instance. Now I'm going to take a control of Terraform. It will take some time. Hello for 1 minute. Refresh here. Okay, now it is running. Okay. So now I have created one instance manual process. It is running fine. For example, if I want to do any further modification for this instance, I need to click on this. Okay, I need to click on this. I have to go instance type or actions, whatever. If I do any modification for this instance, I need to perform in manual way only. The reason I have created this instance to manual process, but I need to control this server like infrastructure as a code by using Terraform. How to do that? So instance already created. If the fresh instance, if it is a fresh instance, definitely we can create by using Terraform, using resource block, and it is going to be created. But I'm not talking about fresh instance. I'm talking about that instance already created by manual process. I want to take a backup, like a Terraform backup, a Terraform configuration file. So if you can see the work, how to start this process now. Very easy now. So let's go to here. So I'm inside of the Terraform import directory. So here you need to write a skeleton block for resource main.tf. So write a resource block here. So AWS underscore. You can give instance. So you can give any name here. Your wish. I'm writing import name. You can give okay better. I will change the name. Maybe you confuse. So I'm giving dev. So here you need to write a arguments. These arguments you have to write the existing arguments, the instance already running, right? You have to take from there and write here. Okay, if you write here, if you run means there is no any state file, right? One more new instance will be created with the same options, but I'm not going to create, I don't want new instance. I want existing instance only to control in my day7tf import control. So in this case, we have a command Terraform. So import, you have to give AWS instance. Okay, let me show you the command. So you have to give this command. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Terraform import AWS underscore instance dot dev means the resource should import to this resource block. So this resource block AWS underscore instance, okay, import to here. Okay, this is the local name. Okay. So Terraform import to here. But here we need to mention which, definitely I'm writing resource block of EC2 instance means I'm importing the instance only, not for S3 bucket. If it is S3 bucket, you need to write a resource block for S3 empty block. And till here, Terraform import, here you have to write AWS underscore bucket and give the local name. Command like. Now import to what? Instance, right? Which instance you are going to talk about here? So my end, if you can see, multiple instances are there. You are talking about which instance here? I'm talking about this instance here. Okay. Then copy here. Sorry, not public IP. Copy here instance ID. So instance ID is unique to map all the resource arguments, right? If I'm talking about this ID will talk. This ID indicates of this instance unique identification. So having this public IP, private IP, and having this VPC, subnet, and everything. This instance ID is nothing but it's a unique identification to call, to filter, unique filter to call this instance only. If I open this, the ID will be different. So if I open this, the ID will be different. So you need this instance need to be import from here, right? I'm taking this instance ID. Okay. Okay. The meaning of this command is take this instance and import into here. Here. So clearly observe here, if I run here, one state file will be created inside the day7tf.import. Okay, there is a command inconsistency dependency log file. Okay, let's run Terraform init first. Terraform let's initialize the process. Okay, let's run the import command now. So see here, state file will be created. See, this state file contains what? This state file contains what? The information of manual instance. Why only this instance? I have given while running the import command. The instance ID. So that state file will be created all the information of manual instance here. Which instance, which VPC, which subnet, which EBS volume, and everything is here. So you have to be right here the details carefully. Okay. So first what we need to write AMI. So AMI equal to what is my AMI here? Check the Terraform state file. Apply the filter. AMI. Okay, this is the AMI. Copy. And next, instance type. So my instance type is t2.micro. No need to check. And a key name. So manually created, right? Check the key name, what key name I have given in the state file. Control F. Key name is public I have given. Okay. So now you are not supposed to apply directly. You need to run Terraform plan first. So Terraform plan, here it can say Okay, let me show you Terraform plan. Now it will verify the Terraform plan with existing resource and your configuration file. So here one to change, something is changing here with this configuration file. Okay, something is changing here with this configuration file. What is that? You can go and check. Yeah, tags. Tags is going to be delete. So here, if you observe clearly, I have given my instance manually. The tag of the instance is manual EC2, right? The tag of the instance is manual EC2. Okay, let me give underscore. Okay, the tag of the instance is manual underscore EC2. But if you can see in the local configuration file, there is no tags. If I run, what will happen? Same instance will be modified without tags only. Why same instance? My state files contains the same instance ID here. With that ID only, my Terraform will call the specific instance only. See here, with this ID only. So I use this ID while running the import command, so that system can understand whenever you run this Terraform plan, the request will go to the same ID instance only, and it will verify your main.tf and existing resources. So what is the Terraform stateful will work? The local configuration changes has to be updated directly into the remote configurations. But here tags not there, right? If I run, what will happen? The tags will be deleted in the manual configuration. Otherwise, what we can do? Write a tags here. Name equal to give the same tags here. So what is the name? Manual EC2. Okay, let's give the same name. Manual EC2. In the quotes. Control S. So after run the Terraform import, you need to run the Terraform plan till get 0 changes, 0 destroy, 0 create. But here one to change I have seen. What is that one to change? Tags only. That's what I'm mapping the tags also same. Now if you can see no changes. So if I run Terraform apply, nothing will be updated, nothing will be destroyed in existing one. So that no problem, you can good to go. Zero changes, zero added. Now I can do simply here instance type or key name or something I can do. For example, I'm going to run T2.nano. Instance of control S. Now if you can give Terraform plan, what will happen? One to change. Instance type is going to be changed. See one to change. Now if I run the existing resource, T2 micro is going to be change it into T2.nano. Why only same instance? So whenever you run the import command, the terraform.tf state will be created with that instance ID. Why the same ID I have given while running the Terraform import? So if you do any changes, the request will go to the same instance. The desired state and current state, if any modifications will come, it will come zero, one change or one add something. But we need to map the resources till get 0 changes, 0 add, 0 destroy. Now after that, if you want to do any actual modifications, you can do here only. No need to do modifications in directly into the console. Clear or any questions? The Terraform import. Same thing we can do S3, whatever all the resources, not only for resource instance.
Clear, Veera.
Okay. What about others? Clear or any questions? Please do not hesitate to ask the questions. These are very important concepts.
Yeah, clear.
These are very important concept in entry point of view, especially. Okay. So this is Terraform import. Okay. Okay, I will show you the target resources. Let me take this. Simple. This one also target means we need to give the same the respective resource only, so that it will run only that one only. For example, the day 7. Let me show you here. mkdir day 7 target resources. Okay. Let's go here. Main.tf. So after complete the practice, delete the resources. Otherwise, you will get a bill. Even no need to apply every time. Just apply the plan and verify it. Okay, it is going to create. And then you can delete the configuration file. So no need to check every time apply. If you give apply means resources are going to create in the real environment. So if you want to test it anything, just give the plan. With that plan, you can understand what apply is going to be initiating here. So no need to verify directly apply every time. So simple logic here. Two resources are running. What is target resource function here? So give the Terraform apply the target equal to, so what you are going to call this one or this one you can give. Simple. So for example, Terraform apply. Okay, Terraform apply. Control S. Why it is error? Okay, we'll check it, no problem. Let me run Terraform. Sorry. Okay, I'm in the wrong place. Terraform data and target resources. Okay, correct only. Okay. ls main.tf. Okay. Okay, all are good. So let me check the Terraform apply target command directly. Terraform apply space hyphen target equal to. Sorry. Why I'm doing like this? I don't know. You need to be run this command here on the right. Okay, so take this command Terraform apply. I'm going to map the target here only S3 bucket. So S3 bucket only will be created. You can give any name guys here. Don't confuse here. You can give, for example, target and something. In this case, here it will change target. So before that, I need to initialize Terraform init. So Terraform okay. So Terraform apply target equal to AWS S3 bucket target means only this resource is going to create, not for this instance. I mean, inside the same configuration file, if you give apply, both resources are going to be execute, but I need only this one. In this case, you can use the target block. For example, you have written for 10 resource blocks, but you are modifying only 9th resource block, remaining already working fine. But if you run 10 resource will execute every time, but the changes, the 10 times it is going, 10 resources are going to execute, it will verify with the state file. Okay, first verify, okay, no changes, verify, no changes, verify, no changes. Like that, it is compare with the local result and current state. So what are the changes will come? Only those changes will be executed. But why we need to check every time? The every time the state is going to refresh state, it will take some time, right? So in this case, if you know the changes only there in the resource of S3 bucket, so no need to apply all the changes. Simply you can give target. This target only need to be updated. So Terraform will check only this resource block only, not it will ignore this resource block. The reason I'm giving the command target resource. You guys, like that. Now S3 is only going to create. See, already added it. Now the same thing, give the destroy also. Only S3 is going to be destroyed in the same configuration file. Yes. See, like this we need to be modified. So any questions on the target resource? These are only small things.
No, Veera.
Okay. So I have shared this this URL only. You can practice now till here we are completed. And last one, this is little important one anyway. Just user data only. Okay, let me show you what is user data. Okay, let me delete this one quickly. I need to show you in the manual process first. Destroy completed. Okay. So let's go to EC2 user data process. After that, I will close this session. Day 7. User data. Maybe day 7. EC2 user data. Okay. Let's go here, guys. What is user data here? Copy here. So we have a in advanced option like EC2 user data. Still it is running. Better to destroy. Okay, and let's go to launch instance now. New instance. So guys, if you want to execute the commands post creation of EC2 instance, post creation of EC2 instance means how to, for example, guys, my requirement is to install the Git. So what we need to do, launch EC2 instance. After that, connect EC2 instance. After that, run m install git -1. This is the command, right? So we have a advanced option here, EC2 user data. That if you can go here, keeper you can give public and give existing secret group default one. Yeah. See here, click on the advanced details. We have a EC2 user data. So just copy paste here. So here, if you want to run any, if you want to execute any commands after creation of EC2 instance, no need to connect those commands. If you give here in the EC2 user data block, after create instance, automatically these commands will be executed by default automatically. So these commands it will execute if you write this block inside the shebang line. So slash exclamation / bin bash is nothing but shebang line. Okay. So if you write the shebang line inside this content, this is shell script. So each and every step will be executed in sequence wise. After launch instance, first it will be update, next it will be install, next it will be start, next it will be enable, next print welcome to something here the block inside this var www.html index.html. I mean So in the past classes, we already discussed, right, how to deploy the sample application inside the HTTP server. So those steps I'm executing here one by one. So the content will be updated here. So not required this much of content here. Just we can trim this. Okay. So welcome to AWS. Okay, welcome to DevOps training. You can give something here like this content. And also, yeah, you can install, if you want to install Git, you can install Git also here. Sudo yum install Git, Git-y. So here, no need to give sudo service, use systemctl only here also. Systemctl start HTTPD. So systemctl enable HTTPD and echo print this content inside the var www.html index.html. So once install the Apache web server only, this folder path will be created. So I'm going to print this content into inside the index.html. Git is no dependency for this, just for you, for showing you purpose only I'm giving here for better understanding. Git is no dependency for HTTPD here. So let me launch an instance now. After launch instance, I will show you to connect the instance. So it's a pending state. We'll allow some time. Yes, it's running, right? So click on this. Directly you can access the public IP. Let me check say SG groups. Before that, yeah, all are enabled. Anyway. See, welcome to DevOps training. And if you connect this instance, and check git --- version, say git also install. So the same process we can do by using Terraform also. Let's terminate this. Okay, so let's do it by using Terraform. Let's go to user data. Let's write a main block. Let's write instance, sample instance. Okay, you can take from here. Okay, this is wrong one. Okay, let me take from here. Day to main data. So I'm taking from here. Copy. So now I'm going to launch EC2 instance. Inside EC2 instance, I'm going to execute something like installing Git, installing Terraform, deleting something, or host some sample application, right, by using Apache, something. So the option is enabled here. So if you can see in the manual process, the option is enabled here, advanced options. if you go for advanced options here, yeah, advanced details. So we have a EC2 user data. So here you can copy paste the script or upload the file, script file. So whatever script we have, right, that we can store into in your local system, you can choose the file. That what I know the EC2 instance, after creation of EC2 instance, what instructions it is going to be executed here. So we can apply in the form of file also. So choose file, user data. Same option I'm doing here. So before that, here I need to create one more file, shell script file, what it is going to execute. You can give some test.sh should be required here, as this is shell script. So let me copy the shell script here, the one I have installed now. Paste. Okay, you can modify the content. This is not required. English IT also. So welcome to DevOps training. Terraform. I'm using Terraform. So now Control S. So I'm going to call this by using user data. So simply you can write file function, file of here test.sh. Test.sh. So I'm calling this test.sh from the same directory. You are in the same directory, right? By using file function. So what will how it will work? So user data will execute, search the file here test.sh and run the user data. Simple, like upload option. So here if you can upload the file, it will execute, right? Same, it's like a upload option. Take the file from here and the file is there in the different path. You can give the path here, exactly path here. We'll take from there. So let me run the Terraform init first. Terraform apply auto approve. Let's wait for some time. Instance is going to creating. Yeah. Let's go the instance created one. Okay, the site can't be, it works. Okay. So the problem is, I think, let's go the test.sh. It is not taking path. This path it is not taking exactly. But it works means install HTTPD. Okay. Anyway, issue is here only. Maybe you can give. Let me refresh. Yeah, see working. Okay. So like that we can do by using Terraform also. This is user data, AWS EC2 user data. So we are discussing multiple things here. When the requirement will come, we need to use this. The requirement will come to call the shell script by using, you have to use the user data. The requirement will come to take the existing resources, we have to use the import block. The requirement will come to create instance by existing infrastructure, we have to write the data source log. If the requirement will come, multiple resources are there in the same configuration file. If the one resource after create this resource, only next resource will be created. Like that, we need to do the actions. Okay, tell me any questions now from anyone? Let me
No questions.
push it into Git. So tomorrow I will close the Terraform. The important topic I will discuss for reach and count. ls. Okay. So git status, git add, git commit -n updates. So git push. Done. So take the updated one from the GitHub URL already there, right? Okay, no questions. Can I wind up this?
Yeah, Veera.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.